Hi, my name is Lourdes Bobbio, and I'm an assistant teaching professor in the Material Science Department at Penn State University. So my background is in additive manufacturing, or 3D printing of metals. So that was sort of my graduate research work. I did a lot of work here at Penn State doing 3D printing of different types of metals and looking at combining different types of metals into one component using 3D printing. So a lot of these materials, when you combine them in more conventional ways like welding, result in sort of undesirable phases or properties. But we were hoping to combat these undesirable properties by using this new sort of novel method of fabrication to create and combine different metals into one component. While I was a graduate student, I had the opportunity to mentor a lot of undergraduate students that came through our lab. Usually they were undergraduate researchers who wanted to get some research experience. So I had the chance to sort of teach them what we do in the lab, give them some hands-on experience. We got to work on projects together, and that really led me to want to sort of do a little bit more of that. A little bit more of working with the undergraduate students and working with them to sort of build up that fundamental knowledge that they can bring with them in their future careers, and really lay that foundation from the very beginning. You know, I've worked with some students that were freshmen who were second semester just coming in and had no previous research experience, but being able to work with them sometimes all the way through their senior year was just really special and rewarding, and something that I wanted to continue to do as my career. As an undergraduate myself, I was a little bit intimidated to, approach a professor and ask if I could do research in their lab. So I really only had a couple semesters of research experience as an undergraduate, but I found here, at least in our department, the professors are really approachable and open and really willing to help students out. So I really want to also, as a teaching professor, have that approachability myself. So I'm going to be teaching a lot of the junior level lab classes, and for some students, that's their first time in a laboratory. So they might not have had any laboratory experience before. So I really want to be that first introduction that they have to lab safety, best laboratory practices, how to keep a good lab notebook, and then also introduce them to all the different concepts that they're learning in the classroom. I know that everyone learns in different ways, and some people learn better by hands-on experience. It's one thing to just sit there and listen and, get lectured about how things work, but being able to see them in person, being able to look at, microstructure under one of the optical microscopes we have, or, even on another level, the SEM that we have, looking at things that you can't even see with the naked eye, is just it can be such a mind-blowing experience the first time you see this, and you're just like, oh my gosh. And so to be able to be part of that student's experience as they have these discoveries, as they sort of, those pieces that they learned in lecture kind of come and click in their brains when they get to actually do it themselves, is just something that I'm really looking forward to being able to do. As I mentioned, I did my graduate degree here at Penn State, and so I sort of got a firsthand experience of what not only the graduate experience was like, but also the undergraduate experience. I talked with a lot of undergraduates, and I got to kind of learn a little bit more about what their curriculum was like and what their day-to-day was like. And it's something that I just wanted to be a part of. I wanted to continue to be a part of the MatSE family here at Penn State. I really loved it here, and being able to come back and work with a different set of people and experience in these undergraduates, students, is just something that I'm really excited to do. The Material Science Department is a really special community. Honestly, it really feels like a home to me. It's a second home away from home. I find all the people that I've encountered in the department to be so kind and nice and welcoming. And not only that, you get, a great community, but you also get such an amazing education through the Penn State MatSE department. The faculty that we have here are, top of their field, so that you're getting that really high quality education from people that love what they do and are excited to teach others, and to sort of bring up that next generation of scientists and researchers, and really if you choose Penn State MatSE, you can't go wrong. It's a great place to be. So an interesting fact about me is that I really love to bake. I kind of approach it almost in a scientific way. For example, one summer in grad school, I decided I really wanted to perfect a chocolate chip cookie recipe. So I took a bunch of different recipes, I kind of brought them all together, took aspects of different recipes and kind of created my own chocolate chip cookie recipe that's just mine. So I really love to bake. I have a sourdough starter that I've had before it was cool. I've had it since, I guess, now 5 years. So I bake bread almost weekly. And it's just something I like to do in my spare time. So I might have some baked goods for you if you ever stop by my office.